tell us, who is the father of Brahma? Who is the mother of Vishnu? Who is Shankar's grandfather? To know the answer to all these questions, please listen the Nectar Discourse, Satsang of Jagadguru Tattvadarshi Sant Rampal Ji Maharaj, based on the holy scriptures of all holy religions.
Complete 11 parts. Khemraj Sri Krishnadas publication, published from Mumbai. This is Kabir Sagar. First part translated by Bharat Pathik, Swami Yuglanand Behari. The printer and publisher is Khemraj Sri Krishnadas, President Sri Venkateshwar Press, Khemraj Sri Krishnadas, Path, Mumbai. I will show you on its page number 74-75. This is Gyan Sagar on page number 74.
सुन जुलाहा मन भयो आनंदा जिमी चकोर पायो निशिचंदा ले सुत चले हर्ष मन कीना तासों पुन अस बोल लीना.
What is said further?
सुत काशी को ले चले लोग देखण ता आवे अन पानी भखे नहीं जुल्हा शोक जनावे.
It became sad that the son does not eat food, water, does not drink milk.
तब जुल्हा मन कीन तिवाना रामानंद सो कहा उत्पाना. मैं सुत पायो बढ़ा गुणवंता कारण कौन बखे नहीं संता. रामानंद ध्यान तब धारा जुल्हा सो सब तब बचन उचारा. पूर्व जन्म ते ब्राह्मण जाति हर सेवा की नी बलि बाती. कुछ तुम सेवा हर चूकी चूका ताते भयो जुल्हा को रूपा. प्रीति प्रभु गही तोर लीना ताते उद्यान में सुत तो ही दीना.
Now whatever knowledge Ramanand had, he is giving a solution to Niru accordingly. Now, what is said?
ए प्रभु जस किन्नो उपायो आरत को तू दर्शन आयो. सो कहियो उपाय गुसाई बालक अक्षुदावंत कुछ खाई.
Brahman, the son is hungry, tells some method with which he eats.
रामानंद अस युक्त विचारा तुम सुत कोई ज्ञानी अवतारा.
Your son is some great scholar.
और बछिया जाही बैल नहीं लागा सोले ठाडे करते ही आगा.
Now it is said, bring that cow. To whom the bull hasn't touched means she should be a virgin. Bring that virgin cow and then make her stand near him.
दूध चलते ही थनते दूध ही धरे छिपाई. अक्षुदावंत जब होवे ताही देव खाई. जुल्हा एक बछिया ले आया चलो दूत कोई मर्म न पावा. चलो दूत जुल्हा हरसाना राख छिपाई कहूँ नहीं जाना.
Now Kabir Panthis, because it has been 600 years of them struggling, Kabir Panthis could not understand Kabir Sagar. So as per the understanding of the knowledge, based on that they made some changes in Kabir Panth's Kabir Sagar ji. That's why Kabir Sahib has said to Dharamdas ji that Samvat 1774 soi, ta din jag prem prakate jag soi. In 1774, by mistake, 75 was misprinted in it. At that time, one of my dearest souls will come and I will be glorified. I will meet him, then the speech of my glory. He will again smoothen the truth, will rectify errors which are done in Kabir Sagar. He will fulfill that and he will write the speech of Kabir ji. As Garib Das ji came in 1774, God met him and showed him Sachkhand, Satlok, and left him back Then Garib Das Ji wrote the actual description as it is of the spectacle which Almighty did 600 years ago. So you read in this somewhere the request from Ramanand Ji has been told. Then it is told that a messenger came. That messenger told and went. Who was that messenger? He was God himself. Lord Shankar. He was Shivji because she used to worship Shivji. Still, they had not forgotten Shivji. Well, God Kabir Ji has told that
वही मोहम्मद वही महादेव वही आदम वही ब्रह्मा और कह कबीर दूसरा कोई नहीं देखा अपने घर में.
Now Muhammad Ji was one pious soul who came from the world of Shivji. Muhammad Ji was the worshipper of Shivji. He was some servant of Shivji. Pious souls who go to Shivlok and appear later after their rites are complete. It is said that
वही मोहम्मद वही महादेव वही आदम वही ब्रह्मा.
Adam Ji was the incarnation of Brahma Ji, and it is said
कह कबीर दूसरा कोई नहीं देखा अपने घर में.
if you want to see something, you decide from the spiritual path, as I tell you, because all humans who are on earth, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Christian, to whichever religion they are related, organs of everyone are similar, and lotuses are made in all their bodies. And it is said, you see by doing this devotion, if you do not believe, you will see in that who is Brahma, the same Brahma whom you call Adam. When your lotus of the region of Brahma will open, then the entire detailed picture will be in front of you. For how many days did Adam Ji stay there? You can take the information of his entire history from there, meaning he was one servant of Brahma Ji, good soul. Adam was a soul who came from the world of Brahma. Like this, Muhammad Ji was a good soul who came from the world of Shivji. Then you will know the lotus of Shivji is in the heart. When you will practice, and if it opens and like the TV channel starts, then you can see like there is a lotus in our heart which has 12 petals. The picture of Parvati and Shiva is seen in this. They are in their world and their picture is visible from here, as TV is kept at every house. And whichever channel you switch on, you can see the program on TV that is running at that place. Similarly, there are channels in our body, lotuses. Whichever lotus opens of someone, what is happening in that world, what happened where, what happened earlier, you can see everything. As a CD is made, it is fed to them like that. It runs like a movie. And you can also see what is happening at present. One is live telecast, one you can see pre-recorded like this. Kabir Sahib Ji tells, if you do not believe, then you see like this. You are one, not separate. So what has been said now?
संवत 1774 हुई संवत और ता दिन जग प्रेम प्रगटे जग सोई.
Then it is said, the speech of my glory will appear, and it is said,
ज्ञान हमारे का निर्णय ठानी.
they will judge the knowledge given by me, but will not be able to understand. So the point is the knowledge which these Kabir Panthis ruined to fulfill, that God Kabir himself came from the Satlok 250 years ago from today, in the year 1727, when Garib Das Ji was 10 years old. In Samvat 1784, he took Garib Das Ji above and familiarized him with the entire situation, then left Garib Das Ji back. Then Garib Das Ji again gave the actual knowledge of God. Now whatever matches with Kabir Sagar is correct, and what they messed up, that can be checked from the speech of Garib Das Ji, that yes, here they have messed up, they left saying a messenger. So who was that messenger? He was Shivji. Now Garib Das Ji says,
शिव उतरे शिव पूरी से अवगत बदन वियोगे.
I will narrate the entire speech of Garib Das Ji. I will picturize a bit that bring a virgin cow Bring a cow who is untouched by any bull means absolutely a maiden cow, and Vedas are giving the same evidence because the virtuous souls of pious Hindu religion believe the knowledge of their Vedas to be authentic, means believe it to be proven knowledge. Whatever has been written in them is final and nothing else, and the proof, the indicators that they are telling about God. With whom do they match? Whom do they happen with? For whom are they proving truth? Then he is God, it is understood. It is difficult for us to identify God. Get it done. Attaining God is not difficult. Believe this truth. Problems are no big deal. God will solve it in 1 second. He cannot see you unhappy, but he does not give you relief immediately because you are habitual of magic spells. Then later they will not come here. Will not come the second time. God wants them to come repeatedly. Now consider the fair in coming and going to be your virtue, and this virtue of yours will flourish so much you do not know what all will God give you. And we want salvation at last. Everything is being done for salvation. Now I will prove, as you saw in Kabir Sagar, that Kabir did not eat food and did not drink milk. So Ramananji said that bring a virgin cow which is untouched by a bull means maiden, and then he will drink her milk. Garibdas Sahib Ji has also said the same. Now we will take Vedas in between because we believe Vedas to be true. Look, this is Rig Ved Mandal number 1, mantra number 9. Look at this. 9 and 10 are together. Look here. From where has this been published? Sarvadeshik Arya Pratinidhi Sabha, Maharishi Dayanand Bhavan, Ramlila Ground, New Delhi. The printer is Prince Offset Printers, 1510 Pataudi House, Daryaganj, New Delhi. Now look here. Rigved, Mandal number 9, and Sukta number 1, Mantra number 9. Mantra number 9. Now this is Rigved, Mandal number 9, Sukta number 1. First we will take from Mantra number 8. This has to be taken from here because they have messed up a little, because they used to tell God to be formless. Now look here in the first mantra, Mandal number 9, Sukta number 1. This is first of Mandal number 9. It starts here and it's first mantra. And this is first sukta. It has been written in this that God means divine of pleasant nature, means they are singing God's glory. Now in the second mantra, also, O God, you are the destroyer of demons, you are the creator of entire universes, you are the origin of everything, you cannot be harmed by any weapon, being dynamic, you are centrally located everywhere. It is not everywhere this is situated. So here God again in the third, O God. What we want to prove, O God in the fourth also, O God, and in the fifth, O God, and in the sixth also, and here they messed up in the seventh. Then they did to that man in the seventh, to that man, Purush means God, considered to be God, only they started writing man intentionally. Now again in the eighth, to that man, then here also write God to that supreme God. Bad situations inspire that God. That is, there is an outcry in the world as is happening now. Then God comes, they inspire. That God means the bad situations, powers inspire. That God means to the divine body. Oh, that is to the radiant body. That Purush means God is attained. Look at this. Look at this, in which Tridhatu means doing welfare for others in three ways. Varan means the body that is obtained, that does welfare. Means God comes in three ways. One is He comes acquiring infant form, or somewhere He comes in the form of a living saint. And one, He is sitting in that form. Now in Rigved Mandal number 9, Sukta 1, Mantra 9, it has been clarified. See here, Abhi adhanya. Adhanya means non-violent. Abhi means in all respect. Abhi adhan. Adhan means virgin. Abhi means in complete form, means a bull has not touched that virgin cow. A heifer, dhenu means cow. Look at Sanskrit. Abhi adhan ut shridhanti dhenava shishum som indraya patve. Imam means to that devout with gentle nature to that immortal God. This Som means to the immortal God. Purush means God who appears in the form of a child, who appears in infant form. In young age itself, Abhi Adhan, that is absolutely untouched. Virgin, Abhi means in all respect. Adhan means virgin, means we used to call the cow as virgin, that brother. This cow hasn't given birth, so Abhi Adhan means virgin cows feed him. Virtuous souls, it is your good fortune that the secret of God is being revealed in front of you. The truth is coming in front, and even now, if no one will believe, then he is a useless person. He will not believe even after seeing so much evidence, will not understand, then he is a man with intellect of a child. Now I will tell you again. Now God gave his knowledge again to Garib Das Sahib Ji, and he again confirmed it. He has brought the truth in front.
शिव उतरे शिवपुरी से अवगत बदन बिनोदे मैं के कमल खुशी भय हे लिया ईस को गोद नजर नजर से मिल गई किया ईस परिणाम धन मोमिन धन पूर्णा धन का सीनी काम 7 बार चर्चा करी ये बोले बालक बहन शिव को कर मस्तक धर्या ला मोमिन एक धैनु.
Bring a heifer.
अन ब्यावर को दूहत है दूध दिया तत्काले पीवत बालक ब्रह्म गति ही ता शिव भय दयाल.
Now that Nima was crying, her condition was worse. Oh God, you gave this child, Lord Shiv, you gave the child, and now you are snatching him. There was satisfaction when there was no child. Now you are taking after giving. God, I will not be able to bear this pain. I will commit suicide if this child dies. Saying this, she started crying badly. It has been 25 days. Then it is said, because she was dependent on Shivji, God said, inspired Shivji, he called him there itself. Shivji came there and said, Mother, why are you crying? He came in the form of a sage saint and said, Mother, why are you crying? She told the whole story, that my Lord Shiva gave me a son. Now he will die. I will also die with him. I cannot live without this child. I don't know what magic he has done on me. It has been 25 days and he has not eaten food. But if anyone looked at his face, he looked healthy. Then Shivji said, Mother, give me this child. The mother picked the child, God, and wanted to keep him at Shiv's feet, wanted to lay him on the ground. God rose in the air. He raised from his hands and stood parallel to Shivji in the air, and the child stood without any support. Now, Shivji understood that this is a great soul. Then Shivji did something like this, that come to me, God came in his hands. If not in feet, then come in hands. Then Kabir Sahib came in the hands. A 25-day-old boy talked with Shivji. Now she could not understand, but whatever that boy was speaking, Nima was thinking that this saint is very capable, and he raised my child into the air, and now the child is speaking. She is giving credit to that saint that Shivji was standing in secret form. Then Shivji said, call your husband. God said that tell them to bring a virgin cow. and bring a new pot from a potter, and then you tap your hand on her, you bless her, by your grace she will give milk. God is not hungry for glory. The same was done. They brought a virgin cow. Shivji tapped on her, blessed her, and the udders of the cow enlarged, and the virgin cow started milking on her own. It stopped as soon as the pot was filled. Shivji disappeared and went away. So here it is becoming so easy for you to recognize God. Vedas tell that God comes acquiring infant form in every era, because Vedas are not written only in Kali Yuga, they are coming from Satyuga. And in all the eras, God has been doing such spectacle. When he comes in the form of an infant, he drinks milk of virgin cows. Vedas also prove this, and the spectacles performed by the God himself also prove this. And eyewitness, respected Garib Das Sahib Ji, who received divine vision from God, also prove it. So it has been proved with this that Kabir is God. That weaver Kabir Dhana Kabir, who lived in Kashi for 120 years, he appeared on a lotus flower. And on the same occasion, God came. In what way did he show us? He informed us about his Satlok, which was suppressed by Kal, and provided us chant of all those mantras which remove all our troubles. He told us the method of attaining complete salvation. So on this occasion, this 5-day discourse has started today. Hail Satguru Dev! Jai Ho! This 5-day program of discourse is celebrated every year on the happy occasion of God Kabir Ji's coming on the earth, the descending full moon day of Jesht, that auspicious day of Samvat 1455 is very pleasant for us creatures. It is precious. When God came here and familiarized us with Kal's trap, at that time God stayed for 120 years and narrated this correct knowledge to his beloved souls. But these messengers of Kal, gurus of Kal, Kal's sages, great sages, Mandaleshwars, and Brahmins who used to tell legends, got Kabir Ji rejected from the heart of public, saying that he is illiterate. Kabir Ji is not familiar with the Sanskrit language, due to which whatever Kabir Ji tells about the Vedas and the pious Gita Ji, etc. is wrong. Pious souls, the knowledge that God Kabir Dev Ji, Kabir Sahib Ji, gave 600 years ago in his Sachidanand Ghan Brahm speech, the nectar speech that was uttered from his lotus mouth, that has been said in Kabir's speech, the same is being supported today by our pious scriptures. You are listening to the spectacle of God's appearance because many wrong notions have been created about God Kabir Ji based on ignorance, that Kabir Ji, somewhere there was a widowed Brahmini. It is said with the blessing of some saint, she became pregnant, she threw him out of shame. These were the folk tales, legends and false stories. The truth is what has been told to you now. And Vedas tell the same evidence that God walks and comes from Satlok and meets his good souls What is the purpose of God? To meet that soul, to remove their troubles and to familiarize them with His knowledge. God Kabir Ji has come in all four eras. In Satyug, God's name was Sat Sukrit. He remained famous by that name. As in Kali Yuga, he will remain famous by Kabir name till end of Kali Yuga. But often that God remains present here by other names, in other attire, in other forms, but His glory will continue by Kabir name in the entire Kali Yuga. Similarly, in Satyug by Satsukrit name, in Treta by Muninder name, in Dwapar by Karunamaya name, and in Kali Yuga by the name of Kabir. That God came here from His Satlok and performed a spectacle by living like an ordinary person. He does the same in every era. That's why in Rigved Mandal number 1, Sukt number 31, Mantra number 17, it has been clarified that, O God, earlier you came acquiring a less radiant body and lived like an ordinary person, told the knowledge to your beloved souls. You come again like before, tell us the knowledge. All four Vedas clarify about God Kabir Ji, tell the true story. When God Kabir appeared in infant form, a weaver Niru Nima took him in their house. After that, what happened? God did not drink milk till 25 days, neither ate food nor drank water. Then God drank milk of virgin cows, and pious four Vedas are telling the same evidence that it has been clarified in Rigved Mandal number 9, Sukt number 1, Mantra number 9, that when the God appears in infant form, the spectacle of His upbringing happens with the virgin cows. And till today, this spectacle isn't there in the biography of those gods whom we believed to be God, as in the divine play of God Kabir. So, with this, it is proved that Kabir is God. Kabir is God. He is the same God, complete Brahma, Paramakshar Brahma, who resides in Satlok and played the role of a weaver in Kashi and became famous as a poet. So, pious souls, growing up, God Kabir had started preaching his knowledge at the age of 5 years and defeated great sages, scholars, but those stubborn people were not believing even after seeing in scriptures, were not accepting because their arrogance was priority. They did not accept God intentionally. When God Kabir Ji became 5 years old, he started performing his spectacle because for what purpose God comes here from Satlok? Our pious scripture Vedas tell this. First, I will show you Vedas, then will tell God's glory so that this pure story will get inside your heart easily. What has been written in our Vedas is acceptable to us. What has been written in our Puranas is acceptable to us. So whatever we had heard, if it is not found in Vedas and Puranas and Gita Ji, then it is useless. That is folklore, is legend. That is why we will have to abandon that legend and have to accept the truth that has been written in our scriptures. Then only we will be successful. What is called legend, folklore, regional knowledge? God Kabir Ji himself became a servant. He himself played the role of a good citizen. He played the role of a good student himself, and he himself was God, and he himself performed the role of an enlightened saint, means Jagat Guru. To understand, he told us that
पीछे लग गया जाऊं था मैं लोक वेद के साथ, रस्ते में सतगुरु मिल गए दीपक दे दिया आथ.
that was folklore which we had accepted earlier, like earlier the servant was a firm worshipper of God Vishnu, means Krishnji. Parallelly, Hanumanji also had equal respect and honor. Also, I used to see Lord Shankarji with respect. Conventionally, I used to worship our Baba Shamji, so the practice we used to do was folklore. And from the day we have got true spiritual knowledge from Torch of God, got lamp, we started walking in the light from that day itself and abandoned folklore. So God reminds us that the naive souls who are practicing wrong, if they get this true spiritual knowledge from lamp, then they will come in that light of true spiritual knowledge, will walk on the right path and turn from wrong path. When Kabir Dev Ji became 5 years old, then he had to re-establish the rule of devotion everywhere. It was messed up. Now, to attain God, the first link is there should be Guruji. This is the first point, the first step to move ahead in the path of devotion. So first we should have a Guru. There was no need for God Kabir to have a Guru, but he did it for us to maintain dignity, so that in the coming times these messengers of Kal cannot say that Kabir Ji also did not make a Guru. With this point of view, God made 104 years old, a famous old saint, famous Brahmin sage, great sage Ramanand Ji, his Guru. There was a big problem in it. Untouchability was at peak, and God Kabir was brought up in Shudra caste as per the spectacle he performed. He was in Shudra caste, in Weaver caste, and Brahmins only used to give teaching to people of their caste, used to give initiation to them only, and did not allow people of Shudra community to even come near them. They used to talk from afar, not used to make them followers. Now Ramanand Ji was a dear soul of God. When God came in Satyug with Sat Sukrit name, at that time Ramanand Ji was a Brahmin named Vidyadhar. His wife's name was Deepika, and they had no children. In the same way, God came acquiring an infant form and sat on the lotus flower in a pond. Both had gone in the pond to take bath, and there they found that child as Niru and Nima got. And similarly, the spectacle of God's upbringing happened with virgin cows. But the soul of Ramanand Ji, who was Vidyadhar Brahmin, was filled with his knowledge and did not agree with others. God Kabir Ji tried to explain to him a lot, but he did not agree. After that, the same soul of Vidyadhar became a Ved Vij named Brahman and was a sage in Treta Yuga. God met him same way in infant form and performed the same spectacle, and like this the spectacle of his upbringing happened with virgin cows, and God was named Munindar. He did not agree. Now, pious souls, God Kabir Ji says,
जो जन हमरी शरण है ताका हूँ मैं दासे गेल गेल लाग्या फिरो हूँ जब तक धरती आकाश.
whichever soul comes near God in any era, in any birth, God is capable, is merciful, then he does not leave his hand. It is said, Gale gale lagya phirung, I follow him. God says, till this earth and sky will remain, until they will be liberated by coming in my range, otherwise again their misery will start. Still God is merciful, he remains along. So God Kabir Ji, on that basis, now in Kali Yuga Ramanand Ji did not marry. He had so much eagerness for God. God Kabir again had to take him in shelter and along. With this convention that must be maintained, that it is compulsory to have a guru, God tells in his nectar speech,
गुरु बिन माला फेरते गुरु बिन देते दान गुरु बिन दोनों निष्फल हैं चाहे पूछो वेद पुराण. गर्भ योगेश्वर गुरु बिना लाग्या हर की सेवे कहे कबीर बैकुंठ से वो फेर दिया सुख देव. राजा जनक गुरु किए फिर कीनी हर की सेवे कहे कबीर बैकुंठ में वो चले गए सुख देव. राम कृष्ण से कौन बड़ो उन्हों भी गुरु कीन तीन लोक के वे धनी गुरु आगे अधीन.
God used to tell those who used to say, we do not need Guru, he used to tell them that you do not believe anyone to be bigger than Ramakrishna. So even Sri Krishna and Sri Ramji had gurus and virtuous souls. What God used to tell,
गुरु बिन माला फेरते गुरु बिन देते दान गुरु बिन दोनों निष्फल हैं चाहे पूछो वेद पुराण.
then he used to remind that Garbha Yogeshwar Guru Bina means sage Sukhdev Ji did not acquire a guru, and due to previous virtues, power of past devotion, he had power to fly in the sky, and getting that power by getting a knot of turmeric, these sages used to become grosser. And other people seeing him flying in the air used to count him in the category of God, used to believe him to be of God's level. Pious souls, if a common man sees that a man is flying in the air, then he is so impressed, thinking the other truly is God. Now he had one power to fly in the sky, due to which he became arrogant. With this reason, pride rooted in him that no one is equal to me. By flying in the sky, he used to go to Indralok, means used to go to the common heaven. All deities and sages used to respect him a lot there. They used to provide him seat with respect, and he used to give lectures to them, used to preach to them, used to teach. One day, because of this, he went into the world of Lord Vishnu. Every world has a one rest house. Consider them to be restaurants. There are very big restaurants, and one who is the worshipper of Vishnu Ji, the seeker who, considering Vishnu Ji to be his god, whatever charity he has done, whatever the sacrifice he has done, based on that he goes to Vishnu Lok. There is that restaurant, means in that heaven a separate arrangement is made, and it is the earning of their own virtues. And he only can go there. One who goes to Vishnu Lok has a special rule. Well, worshippers of all gods like who worship Shankarji, they should also have a guru, and guru should be favored of that respected god and should practice after taking initiation from him. So Sukhdev Ji reached into the world of Lord Vishnu Ji and started walking straight towards that restaurant, that means towards heaven. The guards were standing ahead. They said, "Sage, where are you going?" "I am going to heaven. I will go inside the restaurant." There is a condition for one who goes inside this heaven, that he should have a guru. If you have a guru, then show us the evidence. Now Sage said, Sukhdev Ji said that no one is my guru. Then they said, you cannot go inside. This is God's command. It is the order of Vishnu Ji. Now he became stubborn. He insisted that I will surely go in, even if there is a guru or not. What do you have to do with this? Those guards said, that means the watchman, we will not let you go until there is an order from Vishnu Ji. So he said, let me speak to Vishnu Ji. He was so arrogant. Now those servants went and prayed to God that a Sukhdev named sage has come and is insisting to go in heaven. Vishnu Ji said, then why did you not allow him? You should have let him go. God, as per your order, he does not have any guru. That is why we did not allow him to go. He has not made any guru. Then Vishnu Ji said, well, then do not let him go. He says, let's go talk. Vishnu Ji came outside from his residence and said to Sukhdev, yes, brother, why did you come here? Now Sukhdev had a thought in mind that Lord Vishnu will praise me and will say like this, wow, great sage, this is a great achievement that you have come flying in the sky. But when he spoke just phrase a word, that sage, why did you come here? What made you come here? Means he did not speak well. Half of his arrogance disappeared there itself. Then he said, God, I want to rest here for some days in heaven. Now, Vishnu Ji knew still, but he asked servants, why did you not allow him inside? The servants told Vishnu Ji, he does not have a guru. Then Vishnu Ji said, sage, you do not have a guru. He lowered his neck and said, no. Vishnu Ji said, here only that person can come who has made a guru. And sage, without a guru, your devotion will not be successful. And then what he says, there is no worthy person on earth whom I can make a guru. Lord Vishnu said that, son of Vyas, this is your mistake. Son of Vyas, this is your mistake. This is your ego speaking. There are many great souls on earth. And go take initiation from King Janak. He is my favored saint today. Means he is registered, from my side, he is seated at the position of a guru. Saying this, Lord went to his residence. Sukhdev returned from there. His plane flew from there and reached heaven, where he used to go earlier in Indralok. His face was low. There was no happiness on his face. The sages and deities there asked him, Sage, what is the matter? There is no happiness on your face today. Why are you tense today? He told them the reason that I went to Vishnu Lok and God refused me to stay there. Others said, Brother, it's impossible. Lord Vishnu does not say like this. He hugs great men and gives so much love. Tell us what went wrong. What was the reason for not allowing you to stay there? Sukhdev said, I have not made a guru. And God said, without a guru, you cannot stay here. So all the sages and deities who were sitting there also expressed surprise and said, Sage, have you not made any guru? He said, no. They said, this is stupidity. You seem to be so intelligent and you haven't made a guru. Sage, you have spoiled your life. Sukhdev said that Lord Vishnu has asked me to take initiation from King Janak. And what does Sukhdev ji say?
राजा जनक गृहस्थी भाई ही कैसे शीस निवाऊं जाई। सुखदेव बोले शब्द विवेका हम स्त्री का मुख नहीं देखा।
Kal has put another disease here to these saints, hermits who are celibates, are not married. I am familiar with these sages, saints and gurus. The servant knows them inside out. They consider a household person inferior and believe themselves to be superior. Now that arrogance was also to be removed, God destroyed his arrogance and said, go and take initiation from King Janak. Now Sukhdev says,
राजा जनक विदेही राजा भाई और कैसे शीस निवाऊं जाई।
Now when a guru is made, then one must bow down, also must prostrate as well, and must do all courtesy of guru and disciple. Now his pride did not go away. Then wise sages said, like Narad said, Sage, tell us one thing. On one hand, you are trying for God, and on other hand, God means Vishnu ji gave you this order that makes him guru, and still you are complaining. Where has your intellect gone? Then they started saying, Brother, today you and we all are deities. And if God gets upset and devotion is not done, then tomorrow we will become donkeys. Now when those sages said donkey word to him, a sudden shock was felt by Sukhdev. This is God's mercy.
जो जाकी शरणा बसे ताको ताकी लाज और जल सोही मछली चढ़ जाती और बह जाते गजराज।
The person, seeker, taking refuge of whichever God is devoted in his devotion, he helps him, he inspires him in secret form directly or through someone as is his capability.
जो जाकी शरणा बसे ताको ताकी लाज जल सोही मछली चढ़ जाती बह जाते गजराज।
Now, whoever will have contact with any god, there will be worship of whichever respectable he has taken refuge in. That respectable definitely tries to help his seeker as per his capacity. Think, for example, that you are friends with an SHO.
And friendship should also be true, then only one get help. Then when you go to that police station, whoever is friends with him, then he goes fearlessly. And as soon as he goes, his friend gives him a chair and gives him tea, and there he may go and sleep anywhere, no problem. He may sit anywhere. And the common person is scared while going towards a police station. Then, how much support he has got? Consider it like that. If someone becomes friends with the SP, then he can give more facilities. If someone becomes friends with the minister, then the minister friend can give even more facilities to one who is in his refuge. And in the same way, if it is with the chief minister or the prime minister, then he gets lot more facilities. In the same way, by taking shelter of whichever god we are worshipping, he helps him and he has respect for him. God Kabirji gives an example. Water is falling from above to the very bottom, 10, 20 feet. Because a fish has a special attachment with water, she's in its refuge. As soon as it is out from water, the fish dies in 2 minutes. Then it is said that that water has given freedom to that fish, that you go wherever you wish, you will have no problem. There is no restriction. The water of the spring is falling from top to bottom, and the fish is going up from the bottom with no problem. She reaches the top because that water friend has given her the freedom. In the same way, the example is given.
जो जाकी सरना बसे ताको ताकी लाजे जल सो ही मछली चढ़ जाती बह जाते गजराज.
That is where the water is falling. Even if a strong elephant stands there, it sweeps him away. There is such a strong flow. And the fish goes up in the water. She is left free. She may roam anywhere and live anyhow. So here I want to explain, as he was in the shelter of Sri Vishnu Ji, he was a worshipper of Vishnu Ji, used to believe him as his god, but still was not acceptable to God, and to correct him,
जो जाकी सरना बसे ताको ताकी लाज.
On the same basis, Vishnu Ji told him to correct him that somehow his karma is not spoiled, his birth should not be spoiled. He inspired him from inside and ran his previous film in this way. The eyes of Sukhdev Ji shook open when he heard from the mouth of the sages that, sage, this is a life of 2 days. And if true worship is not done in this, if Guru is not made, then in the next life you may be in the terrible life forms, will suffer. And if you go into the life form of a donkey, then what will happen? As soon as the word donkey came, he remembered the story of his previous birth. Because in our conscience, whatever incidents of innumerable births happened as we have lived the lives of animals, birds, humans, gods, they are fed in code words into our conscience, and any time any reel can play. That remote is with our respected God. His film started suddenly, his eyes remained open. He is seeing that once he became a donkey. He remembered a whole life. Immediately he said, Sage, you are saying it right. Once I was suffering in the life form of a donkey, and my master took a lot of work from me. I became blind. When I became blind, my master left me, beat me with the rod, and left me towards the forest. I found a footpath. I kept walking on that trail. There was a drain ahead. That drain was so wide that only a few people used to go from there. They used to jump and cross it. And Sukhdev is telling that I, the blind donkey, was going through the same path, and just as my feet started going below, I wanted to jump, Then I got stuck in the middle. My face got stuck, forward and back was stuck behind. My legs were hanging. I got stuck like this, got fit in it. Now a few people went there, no one was able to pull him out, and they crossed by putting their feet on me. After suffering for 10 days or for a week, my life came to an end, that life of a donkey. Oh. Then he says that I will go and take initiation now. Then arrogance came to his mind that my father Vyasji is a great scholar than these. He came to Vyasji and told Vyasji, Father, I went to the world of Lord Vishnu. He refused me to go to that heaven. So Vyasji asked the same thing, son, tell me what is the matter. God never forbids. He does not refuse anyone. He is very good, noble. Tell the fault, what mistake happened. Then he also narrated the same story, that I had gone like this, and he said that you do not have a guru. You cannot live here without a guru. So Vyasji said, son, I had thought that my son would make my name famous and would have made a guru, because on the same day after birth Sukhdev had gone, Vyasji kept praying that, son, show me your face, because sage Sukhdev came out of his mother's womb after 12 years and got up and walked carrying his umbilical cord on his shoulder. And Vyasji was running behind calling, son, son. He flew in the sky. After that, for the first time, he came to his father. Then Vyasji asked, I thought that you must have made a guru. Sukhdev, you ruined your life. Then Sukhdev told Vyasji again that, oh father, God has created another problem. He said that make King Janak a guru, and that I am a child ascetic, and I am a hermit, a saint. How can I bow my head to King Janak? Vyasji said, well, gentlemen, there is no knowledge in you. You are filled with pride. You are worthless. God has said that you take a mantra and still you are doing if and but. You are not a creature worthy of doing devotion. You will spoil your life. The human life is not received often means he scolded him a lot, because those who are devotees are somewhat familiar with God. They tell the right spiritual path. Then sage Sukhdev took initiation from King Janak. It has been written about King Janak. God has written in his speech through Garib Das Ji that he had 10,000 queens. Out of them, the one who is the main queen, the first one is called Patrani, who is the controller of everyone. When the sage reached there and sent the message that sage Sukhdev has come and wants to take initiation from you, King Janak came out, bowed down. It is my great luck that a great sage has come to this servant's door. He got the cot laid down by the servants, got a seat installed, laid beautiful clothes and said, great sage Sukhdev ji, you sit.
आप सुन रहे थे जगत गुरु तत्वदर्शी संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के मंगल प्रवचन। अधिक जानकारी के लिए विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.jagatgururampalji.org। संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी के शुभ आशीर्वाद से पूरे विश्व भर में 500 से भी ज्यादा नाम दीक्षा केंद्र हैं, जिन पर संत रामपाल जी महाराज जी द्वारा ऑनलाइन निशुल्क नाम दीक्षा दी जा रही है। अपने नजदीकी नाम दीक्षा केंद्र का पता करने के लिए संपर्क करें 8222880541।